So in this video, we are going to go through the Apify integration tool for Kodey.ai. So obviously, as you would expect, Apify runs a number of integration agents, is what they call them. And obviously in the context of Kodey, we may want to go scrape websites and go gather information. So what we have done through Kodey is provided an existing integration for you to leverage directly here inside of Kodey, so that instead of just chatting back and forth to a large language model, you can actually take action. You can go scrape information, do complex processing, and then output it whichever way you need to. So we'll provide instructions on how to get your API key for Apify. But again, you're going to get your Apify key. You're going to drop that directly here into the integration, and your integration is going to become active. So as soon as your integration becomes active, gives us now an opportunity to go to any number of our agents that exist in Kodey and associate that agent so that the information extractor, as you can see here, can do exactly what it's intending to do, and that is go scrape various sites, content, what have you, based on Apify actors that may be sitting in the background. Okay, so you do need to turn that on. And once you actually turn that on, there's a couple of things that we'd recommend, right? So in your prompting, just to make it simple, so that when you do make requests to the agent, whether it's you or if you deploy the chat widget, you're going to add these capabilities here, right? So extract data from a website, getting metrics and stats, like these obviously map to Apify, basically agents in the back, right? So that you can pull whatever information you want in those actors and then have them brought back for one or many of your agents to actually process. So pretty straightforward stuff when we get into just letting our agent know that those exist now. And then directly from the prompts, whether it's here in this context, whether it's coming from workflow, etc., I can basically now leverage those. So here I'm queuing up an example here where I can scrape this particular website and essentially get the summaries of the statistics that may exist. And again, you fill in the blank on the websites that you need to scrape. Obviously there's many actors that you can activate inside of your own Apify instance that gives you access to various types of data, right? Whether it's real estate data, so Redfin data, anything that you need essentially to go do analysis out on Zillow, as an example, legal documentation sites. So all of those things can be leveraged behind the scenes in Kodey. So here, again, it's going to take a couple seconds, obviously. So, obviously Apify is doing its thing. And then, in this case, we're just simply trying to just illustrate the fact of connectivity, right? But what can happen, and often does happen, is that once we get this data, typically the agent is a part of another set of orchestrations across many agents. So finding out, right, in this case, obviously these metrics, if I was doing analysis or I was creating some type of output or derivative works from this, it'd be very straightforward for me to find all the URLs that I need to scrape. Obviously there's also a knowledge base here inside of Kodey, but the ability to take all that and distill it into whatever someone considers valuable as far as output in your use case, then you've got it all there. So pretty straightforward stuff, connecting Apify and web scraping directly into the Kodey platform.